For eggs. Oh yeah, now they're battling over eggs. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I've seen people fight over toilet paper, but fighting over eggs?
Sorry if I didn't disrespect you. Sorry about that. Yeah, don't get into no problems right now, bro. Yeah, it's not worth it.
Push it up. You can put that shit down. Oh, you really put that shit down?
I mean, I understand.
Put that shit back.
Missing, retail value of 40,000, and you read this on an online article, and you're like, "Hey, I need to go buy some eggs." But these people at Costco stocking up this much, what are you gonna do? Gonna resell them? They're gonna go bad in a couple days. This is the
my
kind of
God.
stuff that makes society.
All the eggs.
You know, it makes me glad to live away from people like
Costco.
We wonder why society's going down the drain. Selfish people like this. I would have just took all the eggs and just knocked them over and be like, nobody gets some.
Yeah. And what? California? That shipment of eggs got fucked up. People freaking out for some reason. Let's go over this.
Welcome to another episode of Memes of the Week. The best thing you can... Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Memes of the Week. The best thing you can do for this channel is smash that like button like it's your Alabama cousin, so it reaches a wider audience. And now on with the memes. Number 1, this woman's being called stupid after allowing her fiancé to tattoo her face on impulse. To me it just looks like a smear mark on her face. Green eyes and red hair are already rare enough. She didn't need anything else to make her more unique. With a face like this, I wonder how long she'll even have a fiancé.
Oh yeah, that
yet.
reminds me.
But I think it all depends on how long his next prison sentence
I gotta start
is.
making...
Also, if they get married, you know those wedding pictures are gonna be lit. Maybe this is her fiancé. Moving on, Kamala Harris's stepdaughter posted this on Instagram. What do you notice about it? Is that a roach glued to the side of her face? Maybe she reminds you of Napoleon Dynamite with boobs.
Oh, this is
On the bright side,
fucking,
at least
what's
she's
her
not
face?
fat. I think she can actually look feminine when she wants to, like
Kamala
in this
Harris
picture.
is fucking
But it's just that she's trying to look
adopted
strangely
daughter.
unattractive because it gets her more attention. Negative attention, after all, is still attention. Number 3, 45% of men aged 18 to 25 have never approached a woman
In person, never. Really? Holy shit. No. No. That has to be a lie. Well, actually... No, that's actually believable. That's actually believable. Given some people. Yeah, it's... 60-70% of men say that the number one reason they don't approach women is fear of rejection.
in person.
I mean... yeah, I get that. Sure. You have to be welcoming of any comfortable... welcoming of and comfortable with rejection. If you fear being rejected, you'll never make a move. Men don't get to blame women for why they're single when they're just sitting around waiting for women to approach them. There are plenty of good women out there who are ready for a good man.
Most say they don't because of the fear of rejection. So it's over.
Well, I mean, it's more
Low
than that,
T-levels
too.
mean that
I
men
mean, this is just the... Right, this is kind of like a matter-of-fact, right, generalized statement. Or, right, like, how do you... I mean, yeah, sure that this happens, but it's not all the time.
have no courage to do cold approach anymore. But to be fair, the idea of cold approach is...
Right, and you said it yourself, right? 45%. Right? So the other, right, 55% is still okay. And then you say 60 to 70%. Okay, well, there's still 40. Right, this is kind of like,
This is only something recent.
This is a bait post.
Usually your family or extended friend circle would introduce you to somebody. The only guys still making cold approaches are probably the Chads that never get rejected. Up next, what's up with this?
Can't be punk
is
and
the
also
woke
be
left
racist.
claiming that punk is their very own, saying you can't be a
Things all over transfer. You have
it's
to be
cryptic. It
all of
means that
them
if you're a punk,
together. Oh, God damn it. This is a good one. What the fuck? This is wild.
you have to believe in all of these dreadful things. I also don't think that most people read to the bottom where the punchline says, you have to be all these things together to be a punk. People really need to start reading things all the way through. Number 5, this one says
The
that if a
lesbian can
lesbian
control
can
herself
control
when she
herself
sees a girl
when she
in
sees a girl in
revealing
revealing
clothes, why can't a
clothing,
man?
then why
Around
can't
44% of lesbian and 61% of bisexual women have experienced forms of rape and physical violence by an intimate partner as compared to 35%. Wait, what? I'm sorry. Excuse me? What? Are you talking about having relations in the bedroom? Is this what they're talking about?
man?
What the fuck?
But can't she really control herself?
What?
When 44% of lesbian and 61% of bi women have experienced forms of rape and physical violence by an intimate partner,
Okay.
compared to only 35% of straight women.
Okay.
Looks like women badmouth men first again, so that men don't badmouth them first.
Oh, okay. So I guess there's no relations in the bedroom anymore, right? If you're just gonna say this shit, it's like Jesus Christ.
Instead. I'm so tired of these sorts of
Fucking
games.
hell.
Moving on is Leja Lesminid. She was arrested here for a failed school shooting. Why do you guys think that all of a
Oh yeah, I heard about this one.
sudden we're seeing the rise of girls becoming school shooters? Is it all about attention seeking and approval?
I mean, there was a
Maybe
couple.
it's because no
well,
one's listening to them on social media, so they have to go to greater extremes to get attention. She was 19 and hot, and I'm sure a lot
I
of
guess
guys
you-
will say to themselves, I can fix her. Number
would
7,
you call them
can only
girl?
bring
Well, some
back
of
one of
them
these
were.
things. So which one would it be? The 500
you can only bring back one unleaded Power Plus. Oh no, Power Premium. Oh no, 500. Oh no. $4.99 buff set. Oh god, $1,000 used cars. Oh god. I think I'd take this.
$100 2-bedroom apartment, 79-cent gas, $1,000 used cars, or $5 buffets. I say cheap
Actually,
housing
these,
because the cost
A
savings
or
alone
C?
would add up to over $1,000
A
a
probably
month,
more.
which would be
so.
more than enough to pay for the cost of a used sedan, buffet meals, and gas. I remember these same prices 30 years ago, and I was only making 30% less off my online income.
Yeah,
Where will
I know,
prices
right?
be in another 20 years? Up next is film where an
Actually,
AI
well, I
robot
mean, I
wants to
was-
replace the
I was
wife
just
and
a-
have sex with the husband
I
all
was
the
just
time
a
is a
young
terrifying
chap.
thing to women. And most husbands agree with their
Wasn't
wives on
making
that
that much
point
money.
because they're terrified of them. Can you imagine how even more horrific this would be for wives if that robot had a positive influence on other parts of your life as well? Women's Achilles heel in the mid to late
Oh,
20th
no.
century is going to be sex robots.
Oh no.
Number 9, here's the best way to summarize feminism. If a man holds the door for a woman, then he's sexist. But if he doesn't hold the door for a woman, then he's an a-hole. Feminism is all about picking a fight
What the
because of men's
fuck?
behavior.
You can,
regardless-
right? You can never win. Right? If you go one way, they call you one thing. You go the other way, they call you another thing. You stay in the middle, they call you that thing. It's like, what the fuck? What do you want from me?
if it's right or not. It doesn't matter what you do, you always end up being the villain. It's because of BS like this that men don't want to talk to women as much anymore.
Jesus
Moving on,
Christ.
looks like attention
People
is more
just
important
get
than
too much
friendship.
up in their feelings.
Christy here is wishing everyone a happy new year. She lost her friend in a
Jesus.
car accident, but she survived. So she's really exploiting the memory of her dead friend to promote her body for attention.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Because for women, attention is equal to crack. And no, I'm not talking about the crack you're seeing on the screen right now. I lost my best friend.
Yeah, that's
Anyways,
kind
here's a
of
pic
that's
my
kind of
ass.
fucked up. What she's
Number
doing
11
there.
is Sierra, and she's bored and wants someone to analyze her face. Lucky says
I'm
she
bored?
looks either Eastern
That
European
looks
or
like a resting
transgender,
bitch
because
face.
it's kind of hard to tell.
Either
Why is it
Eastern
that
European or transgender. It's hard to tell. Jesus. Oh my god. I don't know if this person is actually Asian, but holy fuck.
Slavic women look more masculine for some reason.
Oh.
Is it the masculine looking eyes?
Is
If
it
I
the
had to guess, this
masculine
might be one of the young guys in
Yeah.
Ukraine, all dressed up in drag to avoid being sent to the front lines.
True.
Up next, why is it
True.
that single men do everything for themselves, but you never hear a man calling himself strong and independent? That's because being that way is expected of men. But for a woman,
It's
when she
just being
imitates
an
male
adult,
responsibilities
yeah.
and
It's
behaviors
true, though.
convincingly, then she's elevated to rock star status.
The truth
Women are
sucks, I
attracted to
guess. I
strength,
don't
and they
know.
falsely assume that if they project strength out onto the world, it's going to attract a good man. It
Oh,
won't,
shit, I
and most
forgot to
aren't
mute
smart
my-
enough to realize it yet. Number 13, this woman says she friend-zoned this guy because he's too perfect.
Too perfect?
Meaning that she's keeping him in reserve after she's
Oh,
had her
it's
fun.
okay.
She's saying that if you become rich, famous, and successful, I'll make myself available.
I'll
That's when
make
it's your cute
myself-
exit stage left. For her, he's going to be right when she's broke with 2 different kids with 2
What a
different
gold
baby
digger.
daddies. She wants him around to be the stepdad later.
Yeah,
Moving
basically
on,
he's
here's
gonna
what
be
happens when
like
you
the
change your-
side pickup if everything else falls through. Jesus Christ. That's so fucked up. Eggy, when you change the Tinder age range from 18 to 22 to 23 to 27, Jesus.
Tinder range from 18 to 22 to 23 to 27.
Yeah, I guess.
This happens in the United States, but the woman on the right looks way too thin. Usually they start blimping out at this point. This one is probably lying, and this is an old photo. Here's Haley, age 29 in LA, and she's working her sexy 5 o'clock shadow here. Kinda looks like Peter from Family Guy if he was a real person. You'd think this is bad, then just wait until they get to
This is
30 to
bad.
36. Number 15, would you rather be single or would you rather be
That'd be
disrespected like
disre-
this guy
This-
with this girl being fondled by another man right in front of him? If a woman tries to do this to you, then you need to dump her. Otherwise, your simp level is officially 3,000. Then again, for all I know, he could be enjoying this from the cuck chair and it's his fantasy. But if you're worth your salt, then this is definitely
that's
a kick
destiny.
to the curb moment. Moving on, here's what happens when you buy a used car. hoping
Oh,
that the
no.
previous
There's
owners
her-
weren't
there
too
she
hot on
is.
it. Here's
And
the
there she
vehicle.
is, it's
But
Mia
you better stay
Khalifa.
away
That's the
because you
bitch
don't
I
wanna
was
get a
talking about
vehicle
last time.
with a blown out rear end. Because we all know how hard this car is.
Like every time Mia Khalifa goes, like talks about about people like dissing her, she sounds so dumb about it.
On the bright side, at least you know there won't be any training problems with this model. Funny enough, these days, you'll have less problems with a rental car than you will with the used one. Number 17, this woman is upset because she shouldn't even be a barista. Because she has a degree in gender and queer studies, and says college gets her nowhere. Someone responds and asks the question, isn't Starbucks literally made for her gender studies degree? Yes, you get huge student loans and no career prospects and now work bringing people coffee. Welcome to wage slavery and indentured servitude, paying off your loans until you're 60.
What is
You
that
fought
degree for,
patriarchy
though?
and the patriarchy won. Moving on in Canada,
Well, I
this
mean, my
13-year-old girl
college
was dying
degrees,
because of an
I mean, they're
overdose
science
after being
degrees.
provided with needles and how to inject
Like,
yourself
I can still
guidelines by
use
the
them.
government. Her parents tried to help her, but her woke government
know
said
what
that
some
she
of these
was old
people
enough
are
to make
using.
her own decisions. I guess it just saves the government from euthanizing her later, and they have a new form of maid for kids. Sounds like our woke elected and unelected masters want us all dead now. Number 19, from ages 4 to 12, this woman idealized her brother. So that's why she rejected all girly things and wore boys' clothes and played
Wait,
boy
what?
sports. Her parents were sane, but today's parents would schedule an appointment for her to have her chesticles cut off. The picture on the right looks like a super hot version of Pearl Davis. There's nothing wrong with not conforming to gender norms so long as you don't think you're the opposite sex. Up next, Haley Welsh, the Hawk 2 girl. has been
Uh-oh, they
gone for
brought
a
her
few weeks
back.
Now, and stopped
Oh,
posting
yeah,
on YouTube
apparently.
after she went to bed.
Apparently she tried to do a fucking rug pull again like a dumb bitch she is. She fucking did it again.
After rock pulling
Oh my
millions of her
god, what a
fans with
dumb
new coin.
whore.
It lost 90% of its
What
value
a
in only 25
dumb
minutes.
fucking whore.
The early investors dumped it as it
Always
went
doing
live, while the retail
stupid
investor
shit
fools
like usual.
thought that they were getting in early. I'm guessing that eventually she's going to make a comeback on OnlyFans. She's the female version of Mundane Matt or Matt Jarbo, and people still tease him to this day. Number 21, if you want to know why people like Luigi Mangione, then this should explain it.
Well,
40%
40% say United Healthcare killing was acceptable. Bull, Jesus fuck. What is wrong with you people?
of young voters said that when he ended the CEO of United Healthcare, it was acceptable. If this doesn't show you that the fourth turning is here, then I don't know what will. People have lost their faith in institutions. When I was in university, I thought of doing the same thing to some media mogul. But my professor said it wouldn't matter because the company would just hire a different
Fuck.
man
To me, I don't. For me, it's like it's not even the United Healthcare. I would put a bullet in a lot of motherfuckers.
to be their CEO, while I ended up wrecking my
Oh
life.
god, so many
Moving on,
fucking
Bro here
annoying
feels better
people in
after
the
his
goddamn
blow up
world.
after the last 2 years. but all he really needed was a gym membership and a haircut, and he would have been just fine. This is one of the very few that actually
What
pulled
the
off a
fuck
proper
is
appearance.
happening?
Number 23, you can't make this up. A school is being marked down in the UK for being too white. It's
What?
just too damn white in a white majority country.
I'm sorry,
Phoenix,
excuse me?
Have you got a license
For not having
for that
enough
lack of
black or
diversity?
Asian children? Are you kidding me, dude? Do you know where you live? Do you understand that surrounding area? Who the fuck does this? What is up with the UK? Or is this Sweden?
I'll bet you anything they started shipping in migrants to diversify that
Yeah, are
school
they like
district.
shipping in
Has any
migrants
country
now?
ever
Like what
hated
the
itself
fuck?
as much as Great Britain? This would be laughable if it wasn't so perverse.
This
Up
is so
next, South
weird.
Africa has gone berserk.
Besides
The
kind of
president
land
just signed a
seizure
land
law.
seizure
Wait,
law that will
what?
confiscate farmland without compensation from white farmers. South
Dude,
Africa
there's
is already
fucking
falling apart, and
chaos.
soon the people there might even
What
be
the
starving.
fuck is
If the people of
happening?
European descent leave, then they'll watch the place turn into Zimbabwe 2.0.
Yeah,
We saw something
Zimbabwe.
similar there when whites were stripped of their land.
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
people starved, and then Zimbabwe begged white
Yeah.
farmers to return after the country went into famine.
Yeah.
Number 25.
Oh, oh god. Why? Why did you do this? I saw this earlier and he actually pulled it up. It's from Grok. Someone made it in Grok. You guys are fucked. Whoever made this is, oh my god, cursed.
And the last one, don't you just love AI? Now we get to see what Andrew Tate and Greta smashing looks like. AI
God.
seems to have made him look like a simp because his eyes look wrong. This is how we should celebrate now that his trial has been delayed again due to a lack of evidence. Tate also recently lost a tax case and was forced to pay $3 million for tax evasion. So that's it for other memes of the
Oh
week.
yes,
Please give
that's
this
right. He got tagged for tax evasion. Fucking loser.
video a like to push it up in the algorithm, and so new viewers can find it. If you enjoy this series and want me to keep making it, then donate at the PayPal and subscribe star links below. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, and cheers.
Alright, there we go. Let's see what the Noah says. Greta looks happy. Jesus. Dumb broad. There's a lot of good women out there for good men. Why is King Solomon? I looked and found a few good men, but zero good women. Sorry, gents. The wisest man on the earth definitely supersedes random tart. See. Not only is there not many there, never were. And he couldn't find any 2,500 years ago when prostitutes had more maternal instincts than average women now. Damn. And to cucks who think you have or are married to one, I highly doubt you managed to find that. What he couldn't. She just hasn't shown her colors yet, and if she heard what I've said, she would have a hissy fit, proving yes, they are indeed all wicked, and most men will need to marry a 304 to continue the species that are artificial wounds or Christian talent. Jesus, this guy's fucking cooking. Holy shit, man. The ginger Starbucks chick does a parody character, yeah. Cold approaching is low due to fear of legal action, not fear of rejection, yeah. There's already been some cases of this already happening too. So that's why people are kind of like, Right? It's like 50-50. Would you take a chance? Just take a look at the fresh and fit people. They get caught up in a lot of fucking shenanigans. Face tattoos are an act of self-hate. They make anyone, man, woman, look stupid. A temporary tattoo, okay, but a permanent tattoo on your face is especially dumb. Yeah, and a lot of a lot of a lot of like like really professional jobs won't allow you to have this, because it's kind of like, especially if you're doing something international, it's gonna look weird in other countries, man. Don't do it. In 1988, I moved into a one-bedroom apartment in the suburbs, $350 a month, $25 more for half of a car garage. Someone else rented the other half. 400. Almost 7 years later, it was $400 a month for a 2-bedroom for myself. $450 for 2 people when I moved in. Anarcho-capitalists, are you even a punk? He thinks they're funnier than substandard men wanting to put their wangs into an appliance and pretending that they're the king of the future. The fucking robot women. The dolls, basically. Okay. Sandman.